This movie is about a passenger who's a ghost.
I think I marketed it kind of poorly. The preview was just what was in the intro. And the intro was good. I liked the intro. But it has these two characters that aren't in the whole movie at all. They're just in the beginning. The vibe I had from the preview wasn't at all the vibe I got in the movie. I think if you're into the van life and you're into the traveling life, you might actually kind of like this movie because there is a lot of haunted lore when it comes to like certain roads or even certain towns.
St. Christopher is the patron saint of travelers. Passenger or the highwayman is the nemesis to St. Christopher.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Passenger ghost.
Hey, baby, you like and subscribe yet? Yeah.
Cinema Rolls Podcast.
Welcome to the Cinema Rolls Podcast. I am Josh. That's my brother Eric. We are the Cinema Rolls Podcast, a podcast dedicated to watching and studying film. Today, we will be discussing and reviewing Passenger. Came out this year, it's rated R, has a runtime of 1 hour and 34 minutes. It's directed by André Øvredal. It's an O with a slash through it, so I'm not sure how they pronounce that. And it's written by Zachary Donohue, T.W. Burgess, and stars Jacob Scipio and Llobell and Melissa Leo. Do you want to tell the audience what this movie's about?
This movie is about a passenger who's a ghost.
Yeah.
You get that from the trailer, so it's not like a big spoiler. Basically, a couple decides to go live the van life. They're traveling around the country, see an accident, and they get marked by a ghost. Ghost wants them the rest of the movie. That's it.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Passenger ghost. And what did you think of the Passenger Ghost, Eric? How did you feel about this movie?
I mean, I liked it. It was scary. There's not a whole lot to it. There's not much to the story or the ghost. I was hoping for more. But there was more. It was just he's a ghost or demon thing. So, I mean, I didn't love this movie, but it was good for what it was. Like it's a horror movie. It scared you. I don't know. It did its job. What did you think?
Yeah. No, yeah, I think a lot of people are gonna not watch this movie at all, to be quite honest. I don't think a lot of people are gonna go see this movie. But if they do go see it, I think there's some people that are gonna shit on it quite a bit. And I wouldn't necessarily say that they're wrong for doing so. But I think this movie was just very okay. It wasn't amazing. It also wasn't terrible, though. I felt like it hit all the benchmarks it needed to hit to make sure it was a horror film. And that didn't do much more than that. So I found it to be kind of boring. I was kind of just waiting for it to be over at some point. And but there are some things in it that I liked. Like there was a couple of scare sequences that I liked. I really liked the projector sequence. I thought that was super cool. And I think the concept isn't a bad concept. I think there is a lot of lore when it comes to traveling, and a lot of like it's kind of like how sailors and pirates have all of their lore, right? There's there's lore for just land travelers as well. It kind of takes all that lore and makes a horror movie out of it. And I think they could have done a lot more with it, and they just didn't. They just played it very by the book. Like if you took all the rules from Scream and you made sure you hit all those benchmarks, that seems like that's what they did. One thing I did not like about it was the needle drops. It was like all country, and I'm not saying I'm not I know a lot of people hate country, and I honestly don't hate country. I listen to everything. I also listen to country. I'm wearing a My Chemical Romance t-shirt while telling you I listen to country. You know what I mean? So like, I listen to a lot of different genres, and I don't mind country, but I think it doesn't work well with this movie. Like, country isn't scary, yo.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, depending on what country music you're playing, you know what I mean? And for example, right? For example, if you were, if this was a movie about a bunch of black kids going through a sundown town, and like hillbilly country music started playing,
And they hear a banjo.
that's scary.
Yeah.
But that's not the situation with this movie. So and I think I marketed it kind of poorly, because from what I remember from the preview, it was just that like the preview was just what was in the intro, and the intro was good. I liked the intro.
Mhm.
But it has these two characters aren't in the whole movie at all. They're just in the beginning. They're like these two like kids listening to rap music, right? So the vibe I had from the preview wasn't at all the vibe I got in the movie. It seemed like they should have been marketing it towards like white country folk that like to travel by van or RV. It seems like that was like their niche target audience, and they didn't market it towards them at all.
Mhm.
So I think that the marketing kind of failed them in this aspect. I think if you're into the van life and you're into the traveling life, you might actually kind of like this movie, because there is a lot of like haunted lore when it comes to like certain roads or even certain towns and shit like that, right? There's even like a haunted road map where you can go to like all the haunted spots in America, right? So there's a lot of stuff like that you could do, like you could do with this, and I just feel like it was very, very okay. It wasn't anything great, and
very middle of the road.
And I also will say, seeing Obsession the same week. I saw Obsession on Tuesday, which I'll talk more about when in the what we've been watching section. But seeing that movie and then seeing this movie in the same week, I'm not gonna lie, Obsession made this movie look like straight dog shit. So yeah, I mean, this is what our fans chose for us to watch, which I feel like Mando or I Love Boosters would have been better than this. But you guys asked for this, so you guys better fucking watch this episode, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I should have talked to the fans like that, huh? But yeah, it was just an okay movie. You want to get into ratings?
Let's do it.
What would you rate this movie?
I think I'm going to give this movie a 6.
Nice. I'm going to give it a 5. Right in the middle.
Okay. Yeah.
It was just okay.
Yeah.
It was enough to be okay, but not enough to be better than okay.
No.
Cool. You want to move into fun factoids?
Fun facts? Yeah. I don't have much, like I said earlier.
Fun facts with Eric. We need to have like a little thing pop up for Eric.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about St. Christopher, which was a big thing in this movie. So, if you don't know, St. Christopher is the patron saint of travelers. And his story is, his original name was Reprobus.
Oh, yeah. Christopher's easier to say.
Yeah.
Is that why they changed it?
No, there's the whole story. So, he was a Canaanite. So he was a pagan. And he wanted to serve the most powerful king. And so he found this king, and he's there's just like
loyalty.
Himself, his loyalty to him. And king told him that he feared the devil. And so he figured, well, if you fear the devil, then the devil must be more powerful than you. So I'm going to go serve him. So he went out looking for the devil. He found this group of criminals, and their leader called himself the devil. And whenever they would come across on the road, the devil would turn away. And so he asked him why he did that. And he said that Christ was more powerful than him. So then he sought out Christ. He met a hermit who started teaching him about Christ. And he asked him what he could do to serve Christ. And he originally told him that he needed to fast. And he's like, well, I'm a big dude, like my food, not like not like he was like fat or anything, but like he was like, just
He's like, I like to eat.
he needed his sustenance,
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, what you can do to serve Christ is there's this river that travelers cross, but often they end up losing their life because they can't get across. So if you can help people get across this river, it would be in service to our Lord. And so he set up camp. Basically, he was right there by the river and was helping people across. And at one point, a young boy came and needed to cross the river. Taking him across the river, and suddenly the boy just became really heavy.
Oh,
and
man.
he asked him, why are you so heavy? And he told him, I'm Christ. And when you carried me, you carried the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Sheesh.
And yeah. And after that, after his encounter with Christ, Christ then changed his name to Christopher, which meant carrier, like he carries Christ, basically.
Oh, there you go.
And
All
that's
you
why
Christophers out there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's why the statues that you see of him, he's holding a child. And he has a staff, and a lot of the trails of him have the staff that's being blossomed, like has a blossom at the top, showing that he was blessed by Christ.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, so that was a cool story. And I'm assuming the devil guys who this passenger is supposed to be in the movie, they did reference. Yeah, they did reference a guy that Saint Christopher had encountered when he was young, but in their story, they said that it was a priest or a preacher or something. But he was a false prophet, as when he see the cross, he would turn away. And so basically, in the movie, passenger or the highwayman is the nemesis to Saint Christopher.
Yeah. All right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a cool story.
My Catholic friend Matt gave me a Saint Christopher medallion, I guess. What'd you call it?
Yeah.
Before I left to the Navy.
Nice.
Yeah. It's very nice of him.
You were safe.
I was safe. I came back.
Yeah. Other than that, don't have a whole lot of facts. It was shot on location in Washington State because apparently in Washington State they had different like locations they can go to. They can go to mountains. They can go to like a desert. Sure. Yeah. And then the lead actor, Jacob, he improvised a lot of his scenes.
Oh, okay.
The actor said that he would like come up with like different ideas and just like on the day, like we should do this, and did his own thing.
Wow.
That seemed to like, and that's pretty much all the facts I got. I want to say that the director and the producer both were talking about how there's like not another movie like this. Like, so like, there's not a lot, but they're like making it seem like this was such an original idea. And like, I think the most original thing is that it's like a van, like it's like a van that people live in.
Yeah.
But like, there's always been like there's a ghost on highways and stuff like that's such an old story. Like, I don't know how this is like original. It's kind of new, but
yeah.
Yeah,
I will say that the concept is pretty original, I think. But
yeah,
I think if they just, I don't know. I'll talk more about what
it's a haunted house on wheels.
I'll talk more about what makes horror good later when I talk about Obsession.
All right.
Speaking of other movies that are like this movie, you want to get into recommendations?
Yeah.
What would you recommend, my brother?
So I didn't really know what to recommend for this movie. So I picked a couple of ghost movies that I like. First is 13 Ghosts.
Nice. It's a good one. There's 13 of them.
That's a good one. There's 13 of them
Yeah.
instead of one. The other is Poltergeist.
It's here. Is it It's here? Or they're here.
They're here.
They're here. Got that wrong.
Then I picked another two movies that like take place on the road. First is Jeepers Creepers.
Dang, that was one of mine. Okay.
And the other is Death Proof.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So
right on.
There you go.
That's a solid recommendation. Death Proof.
Yeah.
Okay. I was having a hard time coming up with recommendations as well, which I guess just to show you, it is pretty original concept. But I just started thinking of like movies that take place on the road as well. So the first movie that came to mind was The Hills Have Eyes. And I'm talking about the 2006 version because I haven't seen the older version. So if you guys think the older version is better, let me know in the comments because I haven't seen it. Maybe I'll watch it. But this movie freaked me out as a kid. Don't know why I watched it as a kid, but I watched it. And and I think maybe when I was around like 17, I decided to rewatch it just because I was like, let's see if it was actually scary. Because I think around that time, like around like 15 to 18, I got really into horror movies. And then I kind of switched into kung fu movies around 17 to like 19. But like, so I went to like these like phases of in film. But like, got really into horror movies. So I rewatched this to see if it was scary or not. It's very creepy and gross. If you guys don't know this movie, I would recommend it just because it is pretty creepy. The next movie I have is Afflicted. Have you heard of this movie, Eric?
I don't think so.
Not a lot of people have. So this movie was very under the radar. Don't know why. Have no idea why, because it's actually kind of cool. It's like a found footage movie, and these two friends are going to Europe. They're going on a Euro trip, and they're vlogging their Euro trip. But well, on a Euro trip, they go to a party. One of the guys hooks up with a girl there, and he catches a little more than an STD. And he becomes afflicted, and pretty much he starts turning into a vampire. And it is pretty cool. I watched the movie on accident. I don't know. My roommate and I in the Navy, we in the barracks. I think we were just looking for something to watch, and I don't even know how we stumbled upon this movie, but this movie was on, and we decided to watch it. It was kind of cool because of the found footage thing, you know, stumbling upon it. Felt like we were stumbling upon something that we weren't supposed to be watching. I mean, so cool movie. I would recommend checking that out, especially if you like vampires. It's a cool, interesting vampire twist type movie.
Sounds cool.
The next movie I have on here is House of Wax. This is another movie that freaked me out as a kid.
With Paris Hilton.
Pretty much these kids go camping. Their camping goes wrong. They get a little messed up. Not just drunk, but like slaughtered. And then they go to the nearest town for help. And the nearest town just happens to be exactly where the slaughterers are from. And so shit hits the fan there as well. And there's a couple scenes in this movie that have stuck with me that I would have rather not have stuck with me. There's a scene where a character gets his Achilles tendon cut by like these like shears. It's awful, yo. Oh, there's another scene where they super glue this person's lips together, and you're like, and that was kind of gross. And then another part where their friend turns into a wax statue, and they think it's just a wax statue, so they start peeling off the wax, what they think is wax, but it's actually his skin, and he's still alive. So he's like, "Oh, bro, like, stop that, dude! Don't do that." Ugh. That shit's gross too. So if you like body horror and stuff like that, go check it out. I think there's an older version of that movie as well. That I haven't seen. But all of these are like from the mid 2000s. And yeah, that's all I got. I had Jeepers Creepers on here, but you took that. I also had Hostel on here at one point, but I took it out because it's been so long since I watched it. Honestly, couldn't even tell you much about it.
I've never seen it.
It's just, I just remember it being gross.
Yeah, that's what I hear. And that's what I'm like, I don't really need to see that.
Yeah. So that's why I've never watched it again. Right on. Do you want to get into the Book of the Pool movie?
Yes.
Last week, we reached into Galactus. And out of Galactus came one of my favorite movies. It's called Goodfellas. It was made in 1990. It's rated R for good reasons. It has a runtime of 2 hours and 25 minutes, and it's directed by Martin Scorsese, written by Nicholas Pileggi and Martin Scorsese. It stars Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Joe Pesci. This is your first time watching it, right?
My first time.
What did you think?
I liked it. That was good. It's totally a Scorsese movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could totally tell just by the dialogue and the way it's shot and everything. It's like, yep, this is Marty. Uh,
Mhm.
uh, yeah, I liked it. I liked the characters. I thought they were a lot of fun. Joe Pesci's character is kind of insane. She
Yeah,
just
he's kind of an
did
asshole.
wild stuff. Yeah,
He's got that little man syndrome.
yeah, he did. But yeah, it's funny because it's like I knew these characters already just because of the freaking pigeons from Animaniacs, the Goodfellas.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a real good movie. I'm glad I finally watched it. It's a little long, but just to be expected from Scorsese. It's good.
Nice.
What do you got to say?
Right on. I love this movie. Like I said, it's I've seen it probably a dozen times. My roommate, who I've talked about 3 times now on this episode for some reason, my roommate from the Navy, Circus, he really loves this movie, and so we would watch this movie a lot. Yeah, it's definitely a Scorsese film. It's kind of, I feel like this is where Scorsese really found his flow. You know what I mean? Like his language, his film language, he found in this movie. You know, because I mean, before this, he had other movies, right? He had Taxi Driver and all these other movies and stuff like that. But I feel like this was the movie where he put a lot of. I think there's another movie before this too that came out that was kind of like a predecessor, but he put a lot of himself into this movie. He had a lot of his upbringing in this movie. There's a scene in the beginning. Ray Liotta's like, ever since I can remember, I wanted to be a gangster, right? It cuts back to him being a kid in his room, looking out the window at the guys downstairs. He's like, they wore nice suits, they always had nice cars, blah, 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 right? That's something that that Scorsese used to do as a kid.
Yeah. He
had really bad asthma, and his parents didn't let him go outside. So he watched the world through his apartment window, and he watched everybody down below, and he would make up these stories. He started storyboarding at a young age because he just was bored inside the house because his parents let him go outside. I feel like this is like the world view that he would see when looking out the window, right, in his neighborhood growing up. And then, of course, all the stories he probably heard in that neighborhood of different people and this and that or whatever, right, and people he probably knew. His mom's in it quite a bit. She's in the wedding scene. She's in the scene after they kill like one of the big bosses. You know, Joe Pesci's character gets mad at him because he's talking to him about shining shoes. He's like, I don't shine shoes no more. So after that scene, they go back to Joe Pesci's mom's house, which is played by Scorsese's mom. Yeah, and then back to talking about his film language, though. Like the oneer starts to happen in this movie, and it's probably one of my favorite shots. I think it's my favorite shot in the whole movie, and I think it's a lot of people's favorite shot in cinema history ever. And it's when Ray Liotta is taking his girlfriend to be fiance to be wife down into the like club restaurant thing that they hang out at. And it's so good because it follows them down into the underworld. It's the dark underbelly underworld of the city that they live in, right? And he's kind of like at that point, like he might as well be Virgil at that point, and she might as well be Dante. He's taking her through hell, right? And it's alluring, and it's nice, and it's beautiful, and everybody's knows him, and it's captivating, right? And it's this life of sin that is so alluring, and he has to take her down below to get to it. And around that kitchen scene, they go left into the kitchen, they go around the whole kitchen, and they go back out the door which they came in. But the way they shot it, you wouldn't. It's so like kind of chaotic and so much is happening, you wouldn't notice. Yeah. But yeah, it's such a good shot. And then you also get the shot where he breaks the fourth wall, which he does that a lot. Yeah. And I think most people probably know it now from Wolf of Wall Street, where he starts like explaining all the stocks and stuff. He's like, you don't know any of this. He's like, why am I telling you this? You don't care, like, you know. But yeah, the courtroom scene, Ray Liotta's character does that. Yeah, it's like I feel like this is when Scorsese really found his film language, and it's so good. It's so good. It's so quotable. It's so rewatchable. Did you see Samuel Jackson in it?
Yeah,
I
not expecting.
I never realized that was him because he's such a side character in this movie.
Yeah,
And Natalie's like, "Is that Samuel Jackson?" I was like, "No, it's not." And then I like looked again. I was like, "Wait, it totally is." He has like 2 lines in this movie.
Yeah.
You have a favorite quote or scene or anything from this movie?
I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite, but I did like when Joe Pesci's character was whacked. Like when they take him in, he thinks
like,
he's getting made,
yeah,
and then
he's like,
they
"Oh,
open the
no."
door, and he's like, "Oh no."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because like he's expecting to walk in on a celebration, and once he sees nobody's there, he's like, "Fuck."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Robert De Niro's character is a kind of a bitch, huh?
A little bit.
Well, it's like he seems like everybody likes him. He seems really friendly with everybody, but he's really just looking out for number one, right? Especially you find that out after they get away with the second like airport robbery thing, and he just starts whacking everybody.
Just everyone.
Like everybody.
Not want to share any of that money.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
It wasn't even his plan or anything.
No.
He's like, I won't take it.
Yeah. So that shit was wild. Even Ray Liotta, who seemed like it was his best friend, was like he had a target on his back. Even his wife had a target on his back. He was trying to whack his wife.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like to take out his wife. That's crazy.
Insane. Yeah. This movie is a good depiction of the slippery slope of the mob and the gang life, you know?
Yeah.
Super good. Mm-hmm. Well, I can honestly keep talking about this movie, but I feel like you don't have much more to say about it. So we could
not too much.
We could move on. Did you see? Did you feel a lot of Wolf of Wall Street in this movie?
No, definitely.
Yeah.
I was going to say that if it was made a few years later, DiCaprio would have been playing really on this character.
Yeah, super good, super good. For anyone that hasn't seen this movie, go watch it. It's a classic. It's a classic for a reason.
For sure.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Do you want to go ahead and pull from that bucket?
Pull from the bucket.
If you guys want us to watch a movie, write down in the comments below, and Eric will put your movie in the bucket, and we may pull your movie, and we may watch it. What do we get?
Phantasm.
What is this? Phantasms.
I don't know.
I feel like it sounds familiar.
It does sound familiar. When I hear that, I just think of Batman, but I don't think that's a Batman movie.
It was made in 1979. It's a like B horror, supernatural horror sci-fi. I think this was
from 79.
Yeah, I think this was recommended to us by somebody. Do you know who it might have been?
No,
because I don't think it would be on the poster. Anyways,
I don't know.
Let me tell you guys what the movie is about. A newly orphaned teenager, Mike Pearson, his older brother Jody, and their friends face off against this mysterious grave robber known as the Tall Man, who employs a lethal arsenal of unearthly weapons in their Southern California town. Don't know what I choked on right there, but it was the Phantasm. Seems cool.
All right. Cool.
I like 70s horror.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. What have you been watching, brother?
I haven't been watching much. Yeah, I watched the finale of The Boys.
Nice, as did I.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I think people are going to shit on it, but
yes,
I also think it was okay.
Yeah.
I think it was okay. It was a lot, like they had a lot to tie up. The episode before this episode was like, I feel like they still had a lot more story to tell. So this episode, the final episode, felt very rushed. I don't think they could have fixed that because unless they gave it like another season or like another few episodes, you know?
Yeah. I was expecting more deaths just because in the comics, literally everyone dies but Huey and Starlight.
I was talking to my coworker and he was telling me all about the comic, and I was like, sounds like the comic had a better ending.
Honestly, I kind of like the show. Just because one characters I like survived, like Mother's Milk.
It's happier.
And the female, which is Kimiko. Because in the comic, she doesn't have a name. She just called the female.
Oh, okay. I was like, never heard you refer to women that way, Eric.
But I like her character too, and so like the fact that she lives is cool. But I feel like they did it well enough that it does the comics justice. I'd like to fight with Homelander and Butcher a lot, and then when his powers were taken away, that was cracking me up, especially when he like first tries to fly off.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was so
I like
funny.
that he died like such a bitch.
Yeah, because he is.
The only thing
He's
that was making
just
him
such a
powerful
coward.
were his powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a whiny little baby. His son even told him that.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think obviously the reason why they didn't just kill everyone is because they left room for possible spin-offs. Like they're already doing the prequel with Soldier Boy, but leaving Ryan alive, the kids from Gen V, like they can go off and start like a new superhero group. Huey and Starlight have their thing going.
Right.
Like you can see Mother's Milk and the female, or forgetting her name of the show now. Kamiko. Like they could maybe go off and have a little adventure together. Like
yeah,
like they have possibilities, and it's probably because the show did so well that they want to have possibilities for spinoffs. Yeah, I think it was good, and yeah, people are going to shit on it. People don't understand some things. Like my friend Scoob at work was telling me that he read online that people were saying that Homelander should have been stronger because he took the V1, but like the V1 wasn't supposed to make him stronger.
He already had,
made him immortal.
Right.
He couldn't die now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know people just don't pay attention because they're on their phone half the time. So
yeah, you'd be surprised how many people are actually watching TV shows at home while looking at their phone.
Yeah,
especially you Gen Zers. I'm talking to you guys.
Realize how most of them do. They either watch it while they're on their phone, or they don't watch the show. They just get all the information about the show from influencers and TikTokers and whatever.
Yeah.
And they don't
even be watching
the show.
it.
They're just like, oh, this person said this show sucks, so I'm going to go tell the rest of the world that it sucks.
Yes. Yeah, that is one thing I have a problem with younger generation. It's just some people in general, actually, not just Gen Zers, but there's just some people in general that they, because of social media and because of like influencers and this and that or whatever, no one has their own opinions anymore. They like, even like when it comes to movies or whatever that are coming out, people won't go see it opening weekend. They'll wait till they hear whether or not it's good, and then they decide.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, why can't you just make that decision on your own? Why do you have to wait for somebody else to tell you? Like, I don't want to spend the money to go see a movie I'm not gonna like. You know what I mean? It's like, well, even if you don't, you may have a differing opinion. You go find out for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anytime I hear like something like that, I think of the Stanley poem "God Woke," and it's God like stumbling upon Earth after so many like eons, and hearing the people like call to him asking for help, and after they start all these wars in his name, and he says to himself, I gave them minds, as I recall.
Yeah.
That's what I think. It was like, you have your own mind. Be your own person.
Yes.
Have your own opinions.
Yes.
Like, why do you have to get your opinion from someone else?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And like what you like. Don't wait for someone else to tell you that this thing is
like
cool.
What you like. And because if someone else tells you that you're dumb for liking something,
they're dumb.
Who cares?
They're dumb for not understanding that people have different interests and different opinions.
Yeah,
and that's okay.
Yeah,
I think it was very okay. Like it wasn't like I didn't even think it was hard. It was heartfelt. I think it was pretty heartfelt. And I think it's funny. The thing that got me the most.
Was it Terror?
Huh?
Was it Terror?
No. Well, yeah, Terror was sad. But so it was actually like crescendo of sadness, I guess, for me. Like it started off with Kamiko and Frenchie, and then Terror.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, when it was all over, they showed all the pictures of the cast and crew working on the show. Oh yeah. I was like, that's so sweet. That's so cute, bro. That's got to be so cool. I was telling Natalie after I watched it, I was like, that's gonna be such a cool experience, like working on a show like that. And like that's your day to day. Like you wake up every day and you go work on the boys. You know what I mean? That's got to be fucking cool. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I do like that it ended with Kiwi and Starlight outside of his own electronics shops that he owns now.
Yeah.
Like same spot where Robin was unfortunately killed and run through by
a train. Yeah.
But now it's him and Starlight's a superhero, and she takes off, and she's going to go
Save the world.
lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, this had a very optimistic ending, and I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think it's
good. How do you feel about killing off Butcher?
I think they needed to. I expected him to die.
Definitely.
I think you might have asked me
Yeah.
who I thought was going to die, and I think I said Butcher.
Yeah.
Did I make that up?
I think
you asked me that.
I think I did, but yeah, I think some people might be upset about that because he is like a fun character. People like him, but that's the whole point of comics and the shows, that he recruits Huey from the very beginning because he needs someone that would like, he's trying to like groom him into being another version of him, but Huey is so
good.
He's just such a good
innately
guy.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. That he can't let that happen, and so he has to be the one to stop Butcher.
Yeah. I thought it was good.
Yeah, good show.
Yeah, solid show. Solid. I think it was a solid ending.
Yeah, me too.
What else? Have you watched anything else?
No, I haven't. What about you?
I watched The Punisher: One Last Kill. Have you watched it yet?
Oh yeah, I did watch that. Yeah,
it was good. Yeah,
it was good. I enjoyed it.
I liked it too.
That's another thing people were complaining about online too, though.
What?
People didn't like it.
Why?
Well, maybe not online. I had a friend tell me in person he didn't like it.
Did they say why?
So he watched it before I did, and he started talking about it. So I was a little upset already because he's like,
wow.
I already told him I hadn't watched it yet.
Yeah.
But this is what he said about it. He said, and I don't like it. Punisher is supposed to cry. He doesn't be crying all the time. He doesn't even wear the suit. His suit is just a skull painted on his shirt, man. Like, what does he need that for? And two, he has PTSD. Of course he's going to cry. Like, he's got issues,
let's not
man.
give this character any depth whatsoever. Let's just put him in a suit and have him kill people, because that's what the Punisher is, bro. What the fuck kind of opinion is that, guy? Who is this guy?
It's my friend at work.
Golly, some people, man.
But yeah, I was just like, what? But yeah, no, I liked the special. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I thought so too. And being a veteran myself, and my girlfriend being a veteran as well. She's a Marine veteran. I'm a Navy veteran. I know a lot of veterans. I know a lot of people that have seen some shit. I know a lot. I go to the VA, and I also was a part of. I used to go to AA meetings on base, so I used to talk to a lot of older veterans that have seen some shit, that had alcoholism because they've seen some shit, and that shit's real, man. I know people only see that shit in the movies. They don't really think much of it, right? But golly, yo, I think this movie does this I guess special. It's not really a movie, right? It's like 45 minutes long. I think this special does a really good job on touching on those things that comes along with PTSD, comes along with being a veteran, comes along with, because at one point you see all his like homies probably from when he was in, like talking to him, right? And that's a big thing with veterans, is the camaraderie, right? And when you get out, you no longer have that camaraderie. It's on you, And this movie this special was, it did such a good job of depicting all of that.
Yeah.
It got Natalie and I like hyped, and I was like, I'm going to the gym tomorrow. It's like,
nice.
Let's go to the gun range.
What I liked about it is that, we were talking about his PTSD and his family. He put on this whole thing because of his family, because they killed his family, and then he finally got everyone, and now he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't have like purpose anymore, And then a lady shows up who's like, "You killed my family. Now, like, we're going to come for you." Then he's given a choice. He could go after her and kill her. But then he sees that guy and his family getting attacked. And he's like, I can keep going down the way I'm going, the way I've been going, or I can do something for someone else.
Yeah. And I like that his daughter's voice was a voice that led him down the better path.
Yeah.
So good.
Real good.
Being a dad, being a veteran, I was like, hit me right there, man.
Yeah. Good special. Go watch it if you haven't.
Agreed. Go check it out. Another thing I've been watching is this show on Apple TV called Widow's Bay, and it's pretty good, yo. I kind of it's like the one show that's on right now that I'm like, I can't wait for the next episode.
Nice.
And it's not like your stereotypical, like, I feel like when you think of shows like that, you're thinking of like thrillers or something like that was like, or mysteries or something. You're like, oh, what the fuck's gonna happen next, you know? And I guess it is kind of like that, but it's a comedy horror show that takes place on an island on the outskirts of somewhere like on the East Coast, either like New York or Maine or something like that. And there's like a lot of like little islands off the coast like that. So there's like an island town, and it has like all this like haunted lore behind it. But it revolves around the mayor of the town, and he is trying to kind of avoid all the haunted shit that's going on and trying to make their island more of like a vacation spot so they can get more money coming through, more tourists. And there's a lot of like older sailors there, like fishermen in there that believe all the island lore, and they're constantly trying to stop the mayor from like having people stay at this hotel or whatever, right? There's one episode where they're like, you can't have tourists staying at this hotel. This hotel's haunted, right? It has a bunch of different ghosts in it, this and that or whatever. And the mayor's like, that's not true. That's all bullshit. We can't believe in ghost stories. Like, we need money to come through this fucking town, right? And they're like, well, why don't you stay there? And he was like, I can't do that. I got like things I got to do, this and that. And they're like, oh, you know, they start making fun of him. So he ends up staying there, and I think it was probably my favorite episode so far. It's really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. So go check that out. It does a really good job of blending the horror and the comedy. It's
nice.
It's really solid.
I'll have to check it out.
And the last thing I watched this on Tuesday. I've talked about it a couple times now. Was Obsession. It was very good. I've
been hearing.
I wasn't so sure about it. I got there, like I said, I got there on Tuesday, and the theater was packed, yo. And I was like, what the fuck's happening right now? I haven't seen a packed theater on a Tuesday.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, I was like, for a while, bro. What the fuck's going on? And it was definitely the Gen Zers. The Gen Zers showed up for this one. There was like nothing but kids in the theater. And at first, I wasn't so sure about it because like the first act, like it's eerie, but it's also trying to be comedic. So like, but I was like, is this all hype, yo? And then the second act hits, and it's all gas, bro. Like, it's just like, It's so good after that. I think people that watch it, there's 4 types of people that can be easily triggered by this movie. And those people are, I'll list them for you. Guys who are too afraid to make the move and are often friend-zoned. Girls that relate to possessed Nikki, which is the girlfriend.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to say too much. I'm trying to talk about it without saying too much. I don't want to spoil things for you. And then boyfriends with crazy manipulative girlfriends, and girlfriends that feel stuck in a relationship that they don't want to be in. And it also has a big consent, non-consent thing to it.
Understandable based on what it is.
And all this, I think, is what makes it a good movie. I consider myself a horror fan. I've seen a lot of different horror films, but I feel like when I talk to a lot of horror fans, a lot of times they just like B horror, blood, guts, things that really have no meaning. They just want like jump scares and kills. And like, that's not my favorite. I don't like, that's okay, I guess. You know what I mean? I think people that like say they love that type of movie are just people that are trying to be edgy and cool. And I don't really think it's edgy or cool. I think you're lame for trying to be edgy and cool. But I think the best horror, right, it isn't blood and guts. It's the best horror is taking an abstract idea or concept that mirrors current societal fears and has a solid opinion about it.
I would agree.
The best horror has something to say.
Best movies have something to say.
Yeah, agreed. A little bit more about this movie. The only reason this whole story and movie exists is because the main character, Bear, is a coward. He is the antagonist. It's as much of a horror for her as it is for him, if not worse for her. There's a scene, like I said, I don't want to spoil too much, but I don't think this is going to spoil too much for you, Eric. It'll just this is just going to reassure what you're already going to know when you watch it, because I know you'll catch on to it.
Yeah.
There's a scene before the climax where he sees himself in the mirror. He goes back to the store in which he bought the Wishing Willow, and he sees himself in the mirror. And that's the scene, that's the shot where he finally starts to realize that he might be the problem. So for all you people that watched it, and if you left the movie theater thinking that she was the bad guy and he was the victim, I think you're the problem. And I think you need to take a second to look in the mirror like Bear did.
Michael Jackson did.
Yeah, like Michael Jackson did it. But with all that said, it's a really good movie, and I highly recommend it if you guys haven't gone to see it yet.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely want to see it. The director, he is now going to do the Texas Chainsaw, right?
Is that what they're saying?
That's what I've heard. Yeah, he signed on to do that for.
Wow.
I want to say Blumhouse.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I think Texas Chainsaw is a bit different than this movie, so I think it's interesting that they signed him up for that movie. But maybe they just really believe in his directing skills as far as horror goes. So, and they think that will transfer, which I think it will.
Cool. I mean, I've seen some of his videos on the internet.
Yeah, skits.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah,
They're pretty funny. So yeah, it's cool that he to make this movie and it's doing well, and he's getting to do more cool projects. So it's awesome.
Yeah, super cool. I saw an interview with him where someone was asking him about his skits that he used to do, and he was saying that he always wanted to make it kind of like high end, kind of like how Jordan Key and Peele used to do their skits.
Yeah.
It always felt like it could have been part of a movie, but it was like ended up like having a twist and being funny. I think Key and Peele inspired him with his skits, and then him going into horror. I feel like he's just taking the same route Peele did. I think that's pretty cool.
Cool. I wonder if they'll ever collab. That'd be
I'm
cool.
sure Peele has his eye on him.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's on his radar for sure.
Oh yeah. Cool. Well, that's what I've been watching. Do you want to move on? Is anything coming out that you're looking forward to, or maybe anything else you're going to go see this weekend?
I'm seeing Mandalorian and Grogu tomorrow.
I'm seeing it Sunday.
Nice. Other than that, I'm going to try to catch another movie or two since I have the long weekend. I'd like to see I Love Boosters.
Same.
Or Obsession. And if it's still out, I'd like to see the Billie Eilish concert movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't see that coming. You're a Billie Eilish fan, right?
Yeah. I'm a Billie Eilish fan. Yeah.
You like her eyelashes?
No, I like her voice.
Oh, okay. People say Billie Eilish, right? Is that what people say?
I've never heard that. I mean,
I just made that up. I don't know.
That's what her name sounds like.
Billie Eilish.
I've never heard that. Well, no, I don't be talking to people like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to see Mandalorian on Sunday. House of the Dragon comes out soon. I'll be watching that. Comes in.
Is that the third season?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, third season. Yeah.
I never finished the second season.
I know a lot of Game of Thrones fans shit on it, but I like it. I think it's good. More Game of Thrones lore, which is exactly what I want. Yeah. So I'm cool. Spider-Man Noir or Spider Noir.
Spider Noir. Yeah.
Why is that coming out on Prime, Eric?
I don't know. I mean, it's a Sony project, so I don't know if it's because I don't know if Sony has their own streaming thing. They had Crackle forever ago, which was free. So I don't know if they made it and or they wanted to make it, and Amazon's the only people that are like, yeah, we'll do it, or maybe Marvel is just like, we don't want it, and so they get somewhere else. It's gonna be on Amazon, and I'm gonna watch it.
Cool.
Yeah, I think there was an issue with the rights, and that's why the Spider-Man is not named Peter in the show. I think he's going by Ben Reilly.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think this will make it bad, the fact that it's not like part of the Marvel thing?
No. I think if it does well enough, Marvel will be like, yeah, we can
add it to our lore.
Something, Secret Wars is a thing. You just put them in there.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to final thoughts. Yeah. Do you have any final thoughts for Passenger?
For the movie, I don't have much else to say, but I do want to say that I have an experience with a hitchhiking ghost.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
So once when I was going to Mexico with Grandma and Grandpa,
That's the place.
mhm. I forget where we were. I don't know if we were in Texas yet, but we were on this road, this very windy road that apparently a lot of people have had accidents and died on, which I did not know. But I don't know if you remember, you were pretty young, but if you remember the van they used to have.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So it was
like
Grandma, Grandpa, me, and my Auntie Anna that were on this road trip. It's just the four of us. So me and my Auntie Anna were sitting in the middle seats right there.
Yep.
And I looked behind us and I saw someone sitting in the back of the van. And I was like, huh.
That's weird.
So I told my Auntie Anna, I was like, I see someone sitting back there. She told Grandma and Grandpa, and then they told me that road that we were on was like infamous for having these accidents, and that a lot of people have actually crashed and died on that road.
Wow.
And I was like, that's crazy. Well, one of them is back there. So.
That's wild. Well, yeah. I think you've always had I guess a skill like that, though, to see the afterlife. Eric used to talk to people that weren't there.
Yeah. Were they imaginary friends? Were they ghosts? Were they demons? I don't know. I don't remember those. Apparently, I talked to something.
Yeah. And all I'm saying, as a parent now, if I saw my kid talking to somebody that wasn't there, be a little freaked out. Out.
Would you go get the sage, or would you take her to see a psychologist?
Just drop them off somewhere and just. No, just kidding. That's crazy. No, probably like a psychologist. I feel like as soon as you bring in like a
probably the best.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as you bring in like a priest or something, that's when things start to get crazy. And they're like, "It's a demon," and then you're like, "Whoa, it wasn't a demon before you came here, and now it's a demon." So
yeah, before it was just my homie.
Yeah, before he was cool, bro. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. I have never had a passenger ghost, but I have gone to a bridge like road area that was supposedly haunted. It's there in Colorado.
Bird Bridge?
Yes, I've been there.
Yeah.
Went there with my friends.
Yeah, me too.
Didn't see any ghosts. I tried to taunt them, tried flashing my ass at them. Nothing worked. Guess they don't like that. So
I don't think they would like that. Yeah, when we went, we didn't see anything either. We found a deer carcass, but that was it.
I mean, I guess that's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
What was it dead from?
I don't know. It was just, I'm assuming something had attacked it and left what was
well, there. I'd be afraid of whatever attacked it, because the only thing that would probably attack it, maybe like coyotes or bears. Not bears, sorry. Are cougars, like mountain lion or something.
Mountain
Colorado,
lions,
anyways.
Yeah. I think probably what it was is someone might have hit a deer, or maybe they killed the deer and then they put it there because it's Third Bridge and it's scary.
Right.
That's what I was thinking happened.
It's funny, when I went there was like a bunch of other kids there too that were like looking for ghosts.
Yeah, there's always people there.
There's like hella people there looking for ghosts, as if they're gonna be the next fucking Scooby Doo. Cool. I don't think I have much else for this movie.
Did like you had mentioned, I like the projector scene. So that was really cool.
Agreed.
Yeah, I liked how it's like it's projecting the movie onto the trees and everything. Yeah. And it's just like disorienting because you can't tell what is what, and then they turn and the image of a person is on top of the ghost.
Yeah, cool. That was cool. That sequence in the intro are probably my favorite things about this movie.
What about the parking lot scene when the van kept moving when she turned around?
I think it went on a little too long.
I did too.
I think they overdid the trick. I think they could have done it like 3 times and then good.
The first time it happened, if I was in this situation, probably would have ran to the van and got in right away, or just ran back to the gym.
Right.
No, I'm not.
I think I'm going back to the gym. I think I went back to the gym.
I'm not playing around. If you move something, I'm not going to let you keep playing with me.
Yeah.
Like,
I will say, really good acid shrooms are like crazy weed. Sometimes we'll do that. Like you'll be walking somewhere and then you'll be like looking down at the ground and then you like look up and all of a sudden like it just like zooms out. You're like, fuck, that's far, bro. It's really not that far. It just looks far. You're like, what else? I think I'm gonna say something else. Oh, I was gonna say, I've always considered being a van person.
Yeah.
The nomadic lifestyle, I feel like, would suit me very well. I think it's partially because I'm very ADHD and I like to just do different things all the time. But also, I think that's just kind of who I am. I don't like being in one place for too long. I get antsy, bro. I get cabin fever, bro.
Oh.
But I will say, this movie made me kind of think twice. You know? Maybe it's not all it's cracked up to be.
Just pay attention to the signs.
Right.
Well, the hobo signs.
Right. Exit left signs.
I think song they should have used for the end credits should have been Big Rock Candy Mountain.
I think that would have
It's about hobos.
Right.
And Big Rock Candy Mountain's like their heaven.
Yeah. Natalie was singing that song, the song they played at the end.
Mm-hmm.
She was singing that song like the beginning of the movie. And then when they played it at the end, she was like, I knew they were going to play that fucking song.
Yeah, so did my friend Shannon that saw it with us.
Yeah. It's David Bowie. Is it David Bowie?
I don't remember.
I forget. Cool. Well, I don't think I have much else for this movie, to be quite honest. It was very, very okay.
I don't either. Yes.
It sucks that it came out after Obsession, because Obsession, I'm telling you, Obsession made this movie look like straight dog shit. And this movie isn't dog shit. It's very okay. But seeing Obsession and then seeing this movie, you're like, fuck, yo.
Like, that's what I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we can go ahead and end it then.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to comment. If you guys did watch this episode, I know nobody wants to probably watch this movie, so we're probably not going to get a lot of views. And if we do, you're probably not going to make it this far. But if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Write down in the comments below.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time. So,
see ya.